Okay, so thank you for having me. It's a pleasure and honor. I love this conference. I have so much respect to Alexandra for doing this. And I just need to tell you something. This is the first ever conference that you have not one, but two Zeleznys. My dad is there, first time, so give him a bit of... Cool. So, yes, yesterday I met some Norwegian people from the furniture industry. It was amazing. I almost found some deals for SEO. We will see how it will go. I wasn't sleeping tonight, so if I will be talking sometimes some bullshit, so please forgive me. My name is Lukasz Zelezny, and for last 12 years I was living and working from London. I was working in many different companies, and particularly one I wanted to mention, Uswitch. It's a price comparison website operating on many industries: credit cards, car insurance, broadband, mobiles, energy comparison. And you know, that was a very challenging time. I survived there 6.5 years, and this October, last October, my little angel Sophie Harper been born, so I decided to switch into my own business. So right now I'm on my own, SEO.London, and I wanted to share a couple of tactics that you really can take back home, and you can just implement this straight away. There is like nothing like massive cost involved, massive knowledge, and so on and so on. Something that I'm offering to my customers, and that potentially very often makes them happy. So yeah, that's me. The first tactic is what I call snapshot. And first step is to exclude empty queries. Sometimes, God knows why, Data Studio is pulling through APIs data from Search Console, and there is lots of empty queries. So you're saying exclude queries equal to nothing, and you have all these blank queries excluded. Then the next step is that you can see here I have a table with 3 metrics: impressions, click and click-to-rate, and 2 dimensions, query and landing page. And this is the clue, this is the holy grail, 24,160 keywords. That wouldn't be possible to export this through the interface of Search Console. So when you will plug Search Console to Data Studio, you can do this. Now, when we plug this, we have these 3 metrics. And now we're exporting this into Excel. And the Excel view is pretty much the same, but then the magic will come. Excel, who knows Excel? Raise your hand. No, I'm joking. In Excel, there is a very fundamental function that is sort, then by, or posortuj, i tak dalej, i tak dalej. So now we're sorting this first by landing page alphabetically from A to Z, and then immediately by impressions or clicks. In this example, I will be sorting by impressions. And thanks to that, I will have this spreadsheet really in order. And this is how it looks. You can see one URL, impressions are going down, and there is another URL, impressions are going down to 0, and another, and another, and another, and another. Why I'm doing this like that? Because I don't want to optimize each URL for 100 keywords that being triggered that Google is triggering. I want to choose 5, 8, 10 maximum per URL that I will be optimizing. And this is the creme de la creme of what Snapshot is. Snapshot is pretty much you finding keywords that are already ranking, and you're trying to push them a little up. So then I'm building trigger, and everything is given in the spreadsheet at the end of the presentation. There will be a URL, and I'm saying like if the current cell equal the cell above, then increase trigger by 1, otherwise reset trigger to be 1. And that will help me to calculate how many times one URL exists by different keywords. And then I'm narrowing this, in this example, to 5 keywords per URL, and I'm pivoting this table. And you can see here that the most important for me is not really keyword. The most important for me is the URL. And I have a URL like find SEO clients. That's one of the articles that I'm using. And I have here 5 most popular keywords that triggered impressions. And you can see that the first one on this list, how to get SEO clients without cold calling, very important. no one wants to, we are marketeers, yeah? We are not salespeople, we are marketeers. We need to make sure that people are coming to us because they want to work with us, not because we're chasing them. And now what we see here is that we have 5 keywords and we have sum of URL clicks 47, 2 and 2. So we can see that only one keyword is performing. What I need to do, just push them up. Another example, a bit of inception. We have here SEO snapshot method, what I'm talking about right now. And take a look, SEO snapshot, Lukasz Zelezny, site, Zelezny UK, SEO quick, check SEO status. There are some impressions, but no clicks. Implementation is very simple. Implementation means that we simply need to write another paragraph and so on and so on and so on. And now think about this. Who knows Senuto? Very good. This is domain social media PL and versus social media. This is where I acquired this domain. And the first period before I told my wife how much I paid for this domain, I was doing pretty much nothing. Then I was doing a bit of content marketing. And then finally, I went into Snapshot. And again, someone can say like, okay, but you know, this is pretty much like keywords that are ranking and so on and so on. I wanted to be super transparent. And this is the traffic from Google Analytics. It's not like tremendous amount. It's not like 100,000 and so on, but it's decent, it's increasing. And you can see the same periods in analytics. Conclusion, use keywords that are already ranking quite well, leverage quality traffic, and play Google game. Use Google as your advisor. Google is telling you what keyword to use. SEO tactic number 2, keyword magic tool. Quick question. Did you think about what keyword is the most searched keyword with the lowest keyword difficulty? Anyone? Yes? Which one?
In general, no.
All right. So the most popular keyword that nobody is doing SEO is how to cook broccoli. So if you would like to build a website with huge traffic and do very little to push this website to be on top, write about broccoli. That's the holy grail. I don't know how you will monetize this, that's another story, but... So, SEO magic tool. Anyone is using SEMrush, raise your hand. We have a couple of people. So, generally, you know, there is this kind of keyword intent. And we're always talking about awareness, interest, consideration, conversion, retention, advocate. So different phases, different stages that people are looking for something and so on and so on. For me, it's a bit bullshit. I like to simplify this, and I'm going this way. The green part is pretty much like questions. Everything with why, how, what, where, jak, gdzie, kiedy, czemu, and in Russian there will be kak, and that's everything what I know about Russia. As long as I will not have a couple of shots. But then I'm more fluent. And who knows who is Simon Sinek? Raise your hand. Good. Simon Sinek is an amazing guy. He created this kind of golden circle. Start with why. So Simon Sinek is saying that when you are an entrepreneur, when you starting company, when you starting building products, start from why, then go to how, and then go to what. And I couldn't agree more with Simon Sinek. But this view, there is context always. This view is accurate only if you're looking from entrepreneur perspective, not from someone who is looking for. So now let's flip the coin and let's think how our potential customers are searching for our potential product. And I designed something which is called SEO search volume golden circle. Now, the size of the circle, in opposition to what Simon Sinek done, is what is important. And you can see that how, in my chart, is the most important, then what, then why. And I could somehow feel it, that this is right, but then I was thinking that I will finish this presentation, go there, and someone will tell me like, prove me this. So I was like trying to bring you a proof, bring you something that is measurable. So start from how, and I took HubSpot. And I went to SEMrush and said like, hey SEMrush, show me all the keywords that HubSpot is ranking in google.com in US. And if you exclude keywords which contain how, what, why, how is the dominant question. Then what, then why. Exactly how my circle was drawn. And I drew the circle before I analyzed this data. And then the other keywords, 1 million, they're doing amazing content marketing. But maybe this is just a coincidence. So I have another example. There is a software called Shopify. They are absolutely fantastic in terms of content marketing. And what a surprise, we have exactly the same pattern. How, then what, then why. And if you will go to SEMrush, and if you will do the same exercise in Polish, then jak is way more popular than kiedy, gdzie, czemu, dlaczego. And the same with other languages. So start from how. And when I'm building content, when I want people to click, when I want to build this intent, or if I want to fulfill the intent, I'm always going with how first, or in Polish, jak, and so on and so on. Well, here is one example, organize conference. We have a conference here, and here are good keywords. How to organize conference, how to organize a conference call meeting. Completely two different keywords, meaning completely different things, but you can see they are there. Another, the creme de la creme of the examples, how to cook London broil on the grill. I said, hey, SEMrush, show me these keywords that contain word London and are also questions. And on the top list, I could see that 1, 2, 3, 4 contain how. I also done a trick. I said, show me these keywords which have keyword difficulty below 50 and sort this by search volume. So that's are the most popular keywords with 50 or lower keyword difficulty. And then obviously broccoli example that I mentioned before, how to cook broccoli in oven, how to cook broccoli in stove, and every keyword could be a separate article. And then if someone would come to me and say like, Lukasz, you've been working in price comparison website, I'm building one. I would be like, are you crazy? And he would be like, no, shut up and take my money. Then I would be like, okay, I will try to find keywords that are lowest popular, that have maybe lower popularity, but definitely low keyword difficulty. And that's are these keywords. I wouldn't go with best credit cards or like cheap credit cards. Forget about this. There is too much competition. But like, can you get cash back with credit cards? How to buy Bitcoin with credit cards? How to cash back credit card works? And so on and so on and so on. SEO tactic number 3, link and social profiles. The easiest, probably the easiest ever tactic to build links for your websites. So this is a piece of my website, SEO.London. And this is my LinkedIn profile. Now the question is, what these two things have in common? These things have in common that my LinkedIn profile have lots of links, and my website that should have links had no links. So what I wanted to do, it was to contact everybody who is linking to my LinkedIn profile from external website and say like, hello, I'm Lukasz. I'm a nice guy, and I just wanted to ask if there is any possibility and chance that you would repoint that link to my website. And take a look. This is my link. That was my LinkedIn profile. 20 fresh domains. So in 90 days, 141 backlinks. That were the domains. And this is the example from Remoters that is owned by Aleida Solis. She done an interview and she linked here to my LinkedIn profile. I could approach her and say like, hey Aleida, any chance you can change this link from my LinkedIn to my website? Because LinkedIn really doesn't need more links, I think. And at least I don't need, as much as I love LinkedIn, it's the best social media ever. You know, no photos of cats and food, and that's more than enough. Then I don't need to feel like I am link builder for LinkedIn. And then another example here was article on AccuRanker, and there was Lukasz Zelezny LinkedIn, And I asked them, hey, can you link to my Zelezny UK? And they were like, yeah, sure, no problem. So this is SEO London after some time. 11 domains linking to this domain, and 20 fresh backlinks, 11 unique IP numbers, and there is 11 unique C-class. And maybe this volume is not big, but my point is, whatever I'm doing with SEO, I don't want to go any way shade or black hat. I'm not a guy who will propose something to customer and generate lots of growth, and then after 3 months I will run away because I know that in next 3 months he will get banned, and when he will find me, I will be in troubles. I prefer slow, steady growth. So these links, as for today, are natural, organic. Obviously, maybe tomorrow they will change rules and that will be illegal. That's another story. So then I went deeper and I went to my Facebook. I was like, okay, there are 2 linking domains. And then I went to my Twitter. I was like, shit, 164 domains. Why would I keep them linking to my Twitter? I can repoint them to my website. And that's pretty easy. And I will show you why. Another profile. And then why it works so well. First point, you mostly know who links to your social media profiles. There was definitely some relation. There was a conference, there was some kind of, webinar, or maybe roundup, or maybe that's your colleague, maybe that's your friend, maybe that's your girlfriend. You don't even know that she linked to your LinkedIn profile, whatever. Second thing, it's easy to repoint that link. It doesn't cost much effort. It's just log into WP admin and just change this link. Another thing is relevant. If that link was going to your LinkedIn profile and you want to change this to your website, probably it's kind of relevant. Your LinkedIn profile and your website are relevant. It's organic, kind of, as long as they won't ban this. And you can save tremendous of time. I'm doing this as an entertainment. Every night I'm having a cup of coffee and I'm repointing links from LinkedIn. Tactic number 4, page speed. Who is optimizing the website for page speed? Raise your hand. Good, fantastic. So I wanted to go into WordPress especially because this is the most popular at the moment CMS. And I'm quite obsessed about optimization for page speed, and I can see lots of benefits. So that's one of the websites I optimize. That's my website, and this is the SEO London. It's not that well, but I probably don't need to feel ashamed. And first point, I'm always suggesting remove all share buttons. All this Facebook share, Twitter share. As long as your audience is not with the negative IQ, they know that they should copy link and post this on Facebook or Twitter. Every time you put in a button like share on Twitter, share on Facebook, that's a very big risk that when someone will click on Facebook, will share this article on Facebook, then we'll see a photo of cat or a food and will stay on Facebook and forget about your website. So don't help Facebook, help yourself. And also, every time website is open, then this code needs to be downloaded from Facebook server, Twitter server, and so on and so on. All extra scripts you don't need. How many times there is like, are you using Hotjar? Yeah, we were using 2 years ago. And you're still loading this for 2 years, over and over. It expired. No one knows how to log there, but you still have this code. Remove it. And then finally, even more, all this, do you really need discuss for comments? Do you really need comments? That's the question. So everything, remove. Make your website as light as possible. Enable gzip. That is given, you can write this down, I will wait. Now, that is given on the Dropbox as well. You can just copy this and paste into your htaccess. And then install up to Auto-Optimize suite. I think Frank Gosnes, who is, in my opinion, the master of optimization for page speed, wrote these 3 amazing plugins that works really, really well. I'm using them with passion, but I need to tell you one thing. There is no golden bullet. There is no such thing like I can do a screenshot of optimization. This is the best optimization, and that's it. You're installing them all, and then you're starting tests. You're changing one thing, and you're going to GTmetrix, Lighthouse, and you're testing your page speed again. And then you're changing something else again, and you're changing one thing and retesting. Because if you will change 3, and your page speed will go up, and your website will slow down, you will never find out what caused this. Short pixel. Anyone is using short pixel? Raise your hand. We have people. Very good. Better than Smoosh. Much better than Smoosh. Don't use Smoosh. Yeah, I have 5 minutes. I need to speed up, I think. So another one, perf matter, lazy load, but remember to use 1, not 5, because they will be fighting between each other. And speed kit, another one. Test this. Finally, Gonzalez plugin, also a very good Polish plugin that can help a lot. Tactic 5, merge. This is probably, I always see Samuel L. Jackson eating this burger, Kahuna burger. This is a very good tactic. So take a look here. Merge domain into subdomain, into subfolder. So merge subdomain into subfolder. It sounds so simple, but I will show you why this is so important. I had a client one. I don't have a clearance, so I cannot disclose who is this person. I had a client one, and it was like, he had a blog on blogdomain.com, and then domain.com with the main website. And I was thinking, okay, let's move this blog into subfolder. And he was like, okay, you think that will be working? Well, I was like, that will be tremendous working. And he was like, you know what? No, fuck this. We will do something else. We will move this to root. I was like, whoa, man, really? That crazy? He wanted to move all the articles into root folder. I was like, very brave. Let's do this. And this is what happened. He turned off PPC because he's unable to deal with that much orders that are coming. He became an industry leader. And I will prove you on the another slide. Another one, forums.domain.com, old forum, very little traffic, plenty of links. And we moved this to forums. The guys were working very hard on many things, and then finally we moved this and take a look at the growth. Then I have 2 minutes, and I'm going to results. So a Dutch e-commerce shop selling power tools. I was having a pleasure and honor to meet them on Angag conference, and they are working with me for a year. This is the revenue. I think this is the most important for e-commerce, revenue. You can see we started working somewhere here. November was the best month because of Black Friday, but then they said to me, you know what, that's not actual anymore. March is right now the best month. And we were just optimizing on scale. Snapshot, over and over and over. They have 20 students who are writing every day descriptions for a product. A London-based Indian gold jewelry shop. We loaded 500 keywords to SEMrush, the most important. This is the 12th of March when the algorithm update hit. My client become a leader, and the leader become probably my client soon. And then this is the overall keywords that these two guys are ranking. You can see the orange is the #1, the blue is my clients. We are getting closer. I know that they have already alert there in their office, but yeah, I hope to chase them and catch them end of the year. And then last example, another customer who became an industry leader, the one that I moved blog from subdomain to subfolder. Take a look. This is before and this is now. Orange and the other colors that I don't recognize, that's our competitors, and the blue one is my client. He seriously increased traffic by 700%, and he started from level of 5,000-6,000. So we're talking about from 5,000 to 60,000. He had to upgrade seriously his server. And that was me, Lukasz Zelezny. Thank you very much for having me. And one thing, there is a link, seo.london/Wrocław/. If you will go on this link, you will be able to download slides. Thank you.